noticed you guys did such a great job on your Kenya-inspired artwork from last week. Can you believe it? We're already on week number 9. It's wild how fast this is going by. You guys are doing such a great job. Keep it up. We're going to actually learn today about another African country, and it is called Morocco. You may have heard of it before. So we were in Kenya, which is on the eastern side of Africa. Now we're going to be heading northwestward into Morocco. Now, instead of looking at fabric like we've been looking at for the past few weeks, we're actually going to be looking at tile, and this tile is a very special kind of tile. It is called zellige. Now, this tile has been created since the 10th century, which is the 900s in Morocco. And the colors in the 10th century were mostly brown and white. It wasn't until the 17th century that the colors started to expand more, and then you start seeing this really nice, vibrant, bright colors that we see today. So zellige, what is it? It means little polished stones in Arabic. So all of this inspiration we're seeing in front of us, it is all zellige. So what is zellige? It's a tile that is baked and it has a glaze on it, so that's where the color comes from. And then you trace around the shape that you want, and then you chisel it out with a really sharp blade, and you end up making all these shapes that end up going into each other like a pattern, and that pattern is called a mosaic. So as you're seeing all these pictures, this is all zellige tile that is created into a mosaic. Isn't it so beautiful? So what we're going to do is we are going to be using zellige as our inspiration. Now for this warm-up / main project that we're going to be doing together, we are going to be inspired by Chefchaouen, which is a blue village that is found in Morocco. It's so cool. So this is what it looks like. Isn't that amazing? So what we're going to do is we are actually going to use this photo as our inspiration, and we are going to draw it together. So grab your paper and pencil and let's get started.
Okay, artists, we're going to get started. Here's our reference photo, and we are going to simplify the form. So don't look at all the details. We're going to look at this rectangle. There's another rectangle on the right side, and then we're going to look at this kind of triangle shape over on the bottom. So really simplifying. Do not look at all the details. Okay, so grab your paper and pencil and let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with that rectangle. So I'm putting the corner of the wall. Now let's look at that roof line. So it's not straight across. Notice it's at a downward angle, just like that. So we want to make sure the left side is up and then the right side it's pitching downward, and I'm going to put a little notch where we have that extra building kind of popping up, and I'm just going to put a little triangle. Now for the front of it, notice it's at the same angle as the roof line that we put in, so it's going to be at a downward angle. I'm just going to roughly put in the contour line of the bottom of the stairs. So notice it kind of curves, so we're going to put that in. And now let's put in that rectangle on the right side. So there's a rectangle, then it kind of notches in, and then it goes down from that notch in. Now just go up a tiny bit and then you can put a line in. That's going to be where the stair is. And now we're going to put that diagonal for the bottom of the building on the right side. And let's put in the side of the building on the left. So now that's going to be at a really sharp degree angle because it's receding back. Notice there's kind of a box at the top of this building, so I'm just putting that in. And also I'm looking at the outline of this fabric that's draped over the corner of the building, which is kind of interesting. So I'm just looking at the general shapes, not the details. Don't look at the pattern of the fabric. I'm just notching out the shapes that I'm seeing and putting them down. I'm noticing that this box has to be more at a severe degree angle, so it's going up on the left and down on the right side. Now let's look at the shape here for the stairs. So notice it's kind of like a mound going up and over where it's connected to the building on the left, and then we're going to go ahead and jut out the part of the stair at the top that's kind of like a little ledge. So I'm putting a line, and then I'm putting kind of a little square at the front of it. Now this is the part where I really want you guys to pause the video often, because we're going to be getting into quite a bit of detail with the stairs, the steps. So I want to make sure is that you're following along with me, and this video is sped up 2 times faster. So I don't want you to get frustrated. Just pause the video and then do each stroke with me. That way you don't get frustrated and you don't get lost on where we are, because that can happen very easily when you're doing stairs. So just think, we have to have the back side of the stair and the top side of the stair. So do one step at a time, and then make sure you double check. You have the top of the stair and you have the back side of the stair, or like where your toe would hit the back of the stair. And don't worry if your stairs do not look like mine. That's okay. I just want you to follow along. I'm not worried about if the results are different from mine. I'm okay with that. I actually want that to happen because everyone's going to have their own style. I more just want to make sure everyone is just following along and just trying their best. And I just don't want anyone to get frustrated and want to give up. And just take some breaks too. You don't have to do this drawing all at once. And during this step, you can see I'm erasing quite a bit. I'm just trying to make sure I'm keeping clear what I'm seeing and which lines I want to keep. So now this is the area where the steps are going to start to disappear in between the 2 buildings. So I'm just going in and adding a small line across and then 2 parallel lines on the end, so it's a long rectangle. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a sliver for the top of the stair, and then you're going to have a wider rectangle for the back of the stair, then a sliver, and then a wider, and then as it's going up, you're just going to have these rectangles happening. Once you finish with these stairs, that's the end of this video. Next video, we are going to go ahead and add some more details to this drawing. Nice work, you guys!